What if the fastest way to travel across Earth was straight through it? Sounds impossible. But according to physics, if you jumped into a tunnel drilled through the entire planet, you'd reach the other side in just 45 minutes. No planes, no rockets, just gravity pulling you through the darkness. But here's the strange part. Nobody has ever come remotely close to doing it. Humans have spent centuries digging into Earth, convinced we could uncover what lies beneath us. Yet after all our machines, all our technology, all our ambition, we've only scratched 0.1% of the distance to the center. That's it. And what stopped us wasn't rock. It was heat. In the 1970s, Soviet scientists launched one of the most ambitious drilling projects in history. Their goal? Reach deeper than any human ever had before. At first, everything worked. The drill kept descending mile after mile into Earth's crust. But then something terrifying happened. Temperatures exploded beyond expectations. Machines began melting underground. Metal twisted. Equipment failed. And eventually, they had to abandon the mission. And this is where it gets weird. The deeper you go, the hotter Earth becomes. Every fraction of a mile adds crushing pressure and rising heat. After just 1 mile, the average human body would begin shutting down from hyperthermia. But imagine you somehow survived. Imagine you had a heat-proof suit, indestructible tools, and one impossible goal: dig all the way through the planet. At first, the crust seems manageable. It's only about 30 miles thick. But beneath it waits the mantle, a gigantic ocean of molten rock making up over 80% of Earth's volume. Entire continents float on top of this layer like rafts drifting on fire. The deeper you descend, that's when the journey stops feeling like a planet and starts more feeling like a nightmare. The mantle isn't calm. It moves. Slowly. Violently. Rivers of molten rock churn beneath your feet, pushing tectonic plates across the planet. Mountains rise because of it. Volcanoes erupt because of it. Entire civilizations disappear because of it. Now imagine digging through thousands of miles of that. But that's not even the craziest part. Somewhere below the mantle lies Earth's outer core. And this changes everything. Because the outer core isn't rock. It's liquid iron. A spinning ocean of metal hotter than the surface of the sun. Temperatures reach nearly 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, your magical suit isn't protecting you from heat anymore. It's protecting you from reality itself. And yet, somehow, you keep going. Then comes the moment nobody talks about. The exact center of Earth. You'd expect crushing gravity there. But instead, gravity disappears. For one impossible moment, you become completely weightless. No up, no down, no falling. Just floating in the middle of a burning metal planet while thousands of miles of Earth surround you from every direction. And this is where physics completely flips the script. Because once you cross the center, gravity stops helping you. Now it's dragging you backward. Every step toward the surface becomes a fight against the entire planet, pulling you back into the core. What happens next changes everything. You finally reach the inner core. A giant solid sphere of iron and nickel. White hot, dense beyond imagination. And somehow solid. Not because it's cold, but because the pressure is so extreme it crushes the metal into solidity. But the moment you dig into it, the tunnel begins collapsing behind you. Liquid iron floods the gaps instantly. Your path seals itself shut. The deeper you go, the more trapped you become. At this point, turning back is impossible. The tunnel behind you is gone, sealed forever beneath oceans of molten iron. The only direction left is forward. And suddenly, the 45-minute trip doesn't sound exciting anymore. Because even if you survive the heat, the pressure, the collapsing tunnel, and the impossible climb against gravity, there's one final problem nobody thinks about. Where do you actually come out? Most people imagine surfacing in another country. Maybe Tokyo, maybe Paris. But Earth doesn't work that way. Depending on where you start, you'd probably emerge in the middle of an ocean, thousands of miles from land. Alone, exhausted, and trapped between survival and drowning. But here's the unsettling part. Physics says the fall itself would feel almost peaceful. You'd accelerate faster and faster toward Earth's center, reaching terrifying speeds, then slowly decelerate as gravity reversed on the other side. No engines, no fuel, just the planet pulling you through itself like a giant cosmic slingshot. And that raises a disturbing question. If gravity can move humans across the planet in under an hour, why haven't we tried building systems around it? Why does one of the fastest transportation methods imaginable remain buried as a theory nobody can actually use? Maybe because Earth doesn't want us inside it. Every attempt to dig deeper has ended the same way. Machines fail. Temperatures rise beyond predictions. Pressure crushes everything we build. It's almost as if the deeper we go, the more the planet pushes back. And maybe that's the real mystery. Not what's inside Earth, but why. After centuries of trying, we still know almost nothing about the world directly beneath our feet. And if humanity can barely survive 0.1% of the journey down, what exactly is waiting in the remaining 99.9%?